r/AskReddit, what really obvious thing have you only just realized? Oh ruddy. Took me till my freshman year of college before I realized pickles were pickled cucumbers and not their own, unique vegetable. I thought the way you pickled other things was you put them in pickle juice. Different regions called them different things. I had a friend from Michigan who said they called the cookies. Still not sure if he was messing with me. Removed. I never actually made that connection before. I work at the mint. You may or may not be as surprised how many people don't know what it means to mint a coin. I learned in therapy last year that I can ask for things I need and things I want. I was 42 years old at the time. Now the challenge is to figure out what you need and what you want. The phrase pitch black is referring to the substance pitch, which is very black in color. I had always considered pitch in that context to be akin to very, like how some otherwise archaic words survive in idioms. Hey race another, the term jet black refers to jet, a type of coal that forms from fossilized wood. It's noted for being very black. I kept seeing the same Chinese characters on restaurant signs and I always wanted to know what it meant. A week ago I found out, they mean restaurant. Removed. This is truly wild and now I need to know, have you changed your ways, or have you subscribed permanently to the condensed life? LOL. I saw a video where a man said he didn't know banks don't keep your money. He's been giving the bank rare coins thinking they put it in his account. I think he thought it was like a safe deposit box. Devastating honestly. Saw this video too. After watching his other videos, you'll realize it was blatantly obvious that he was joking. That's so sad. Oh no, that's sad. That Men's Warehouse is a pun. Also the Beatles. The Critters are Beatles, songs have a beat. Staples too. Similarly, I kept seeing Japanese restaurants with the same name in different places, but they didn't really look like a chain. Turns out the name basically meant good restaurant in Japanese. A friend just shared me a video in which a lady talks about how she never figured she could eat the lemons from her lemon tree instead of buying lemons from the store. That depends on the quality of the lemons produced by the tree, though. She could, as long as the lemon stealing whore doesn't take them all. We went to London in primary school and went to the Houses of Parliament. I've only just realized they say ayes and nos when referring to how people vote. Not ayes and noes. I thought it was a covered way to vote by turning your head a certain way or something. I only figured it out when I was watching a video with captions. This is so wholesome. I mean, Australian Parliament will put papers on their heads when they want to talk, so voting with your eyes or nose isn't too far-fetched. It wasn't too long ago that I learned that masking on Photoshop is in reference to the same sort of task when painting. Using masking tape to block off the areas you don't want the paint to get on. To know why it took me as long as it did. Masking means to cover the area to protect it. Masking tape is named for the use. The use is not named for masking tape. Non-US resident here. I grew up reading Donald Duck comics and I was well into my teens before I realized that the green money was based on the dollar bill, not something the artist made up. I just found the concept of green money unrealistic. Growing up, my grandmother always used to tell me sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite, and it always sounded like a quaint, old-timey saying to me. It wasn't until a recent infestation scare in my apartment complex that I learned bedbugs are real critters, and not just a part of a nursery rhyme meant to tuck kids in at night. Talk about an epiphany that itches in retrospect. That my casual coffee drinking habit, 3 to 4 coffees/day, is causing the anxiety I've been experiencing for some time. Now I drink 1 coffee around lunchtime, only if I feel I need it and I feel better. Sleep tight is from when ropes used to be used as support in a bed and they would loosen and break. Once I realized that pink lemonade is just lemonade with grenadine in it. Can be made other ways too, such as using the skin of red grapes, red grape juice, cranberry juice, crushed raspberries, and a few others, including simply adding a few drops of pink food dye. They didn't think Black Sabbath would make us worship Satan. They thought it would make us question the government. Then Dead Kennedys pops up, then Rage Against the Machine. Wow, that's actually a great point. A lot of their lyrics tended to be more anti-authoritarian/anti-entrenched structures of power. It's also telling that Rush doesn't seem to get the same treatment, which may be explicable by their Randian viewpoint early on. Corn kernels are the seeds. Wanted to grow corn for fall last year, bought a pack of corn seeds only to realize the kernels from the cob were the seeds, felt pretty dumb just realizing this at 33 years old. My father herded caribou in Alaska from Hellies as a young man. For 24 years I thought the fiber velvet literally came from cartilaginous antlers, as it's referred to as velvet in the industry for its soft feel. I've shared this lie with hundreds of people. People will believe that, but won't believe that ice worms are real. What you gonna do? One really obvious thing I've only just realized is the importance of setting boundaries in my relationships. I've always heard about it, but it recently clicked that establishing clear boundaries helps maintain healthy dynamics and protects my own well-being. It seems obvious now, but it's a lesson I've learned through experience. Do you just offset the coffee with wheat? Are you new here? Realizing that you are also a person with the right to be respected is such a game changer. Employment loyalty with large companies is a one-way street. Always. Amen. Only when I finally realized that did I finally leave a company after 20 years and do what I love/want for a living, breath of fresh air. We were having breakfast at IHOP. Just got thinking, and I said, out loud, I wonder what happened to the International House of Pancakes? They used to be all over them place. I am not SMRT. Well, that explains where Kentucky Fried Chicken went. It reminds me of when I walked into a Trader Joe's and asked if it must be Hawaiian shirt day. That placing an onion slice or lettuce leaf on the bottom hamburger bun keeps your freshly grilled burger from soaking the bun. The way the number keypad is laid out on a computer keyboard is the opposite/inverse of how it's laid out on a phone. For ages, I've been able to casually type numbers on the computer without looking, but I stumble over phone numbers. The origin of this goes all the way back to manual 10-key calculators. They had to reverse the order so it would not jam up the mechanics, during to the high speed of the user. I'm hoping someone can chime in with more details. That our whole family has ADHD. How we even used to function is completely beyond me. Like we were such a mess that we didn't even realize how much of a mess we were, lol. This is what I'm coming to realize about alcohol. Even small amounts. Did your family find anything that helps? That Lips Incorporated, the band behind Town, is not pronounced Lips Incorporated, it is pronounced Lip Sync. Ponies are not baby horses. They are just small horses. A coworker of mine was struggling to come up with the word pony while telling a story. He used horse puppy in its place. We still laugh. I learned a couple years ago that it's not the mayor of bad news, it's actually the bearer of bad news. I'm 25. Honestly, yours is cuter. That I will die someday. Of course everybody knows this, but when my dad died last year, the reality sank in, that I'm also going to die and that I'm probably past the first half of my life. My brain likes to remind me at 1 a.m. when I can't sleep. Love it. My dear, sweet coworker who is 22 just realized this week that Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday are the same thing. She just thought it was a coincidence. That when I was a kid and my dad would take me to the video store on Friday nights and he would go into the back room where only adults were allowed, that he was looking at porn. Vampires don't have a reflection because mirrors used to be made using silver and it was the silver that wouldn't reflect the vampire's image. I've heard this exact comment before in the last 2 weeks by different accounts, with the same punctuation. Here. Link. And here. Link. You/miserly mouthful is an interesting account. 34 days old. Nothing there but this comment. Pretty sure their others were deleted or removed. People respect thinness more than intelligence, especially as a trait in women. In the movie Rushmore, Max Fisher gets into so many extracurricular activities to fill the void of his dead mother. He named one company SpaceX, and another one X. He's gonna rename Tesla to Drive X, mark my words. Reddit is bad for my mental health. No is a complete sentence. Learned to not explain my nose in my 30s. Same reason why old cameras wouldn't photograph them. Silver nitrate. Now that mirrors are mostly glass backed with aluminium, and photography is mostly digital, this is no longer a reliable way to identify vampires. Also, vampires can shave in peace now. Tutti frutti means all the fruits in Italian. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.